With liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Can we have a moment of silence? First of all, thank you everybody for coming yesterday. We had a beautiful Veterans Day ceremony. And let's take a moment to observe a moment of silence for those troops who are overseas fighting for our freedoms and for those who gave their lives in defense of our liberties. Thank you. Please be seated.
What's going on? Is that your phone?
No, who is it? Is that you?
Sorry, is that your phone call?
It is.
Actually, it's a bit much.
Sounded like people were talking.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I apologize for us starting a little while late. It's just some circumstances of the dates changes. As everybody knows, there'll be a new administration, so I was just trying to work out the details. So we can get right to it in terms of the dates for the December meetings. We have the organization meeting will be December 2nd, 2013, 7 p.m., followed by the board meeting. You know what, Virginia, usually we do 7 and 7:30 because it doesn't take an hour.
Okay.
You don't want to not be able to start. And if it goes later, you can start
Put them both to 7 and then you can start.
Yeah, we did everything at 7. We didn't even do it 2 times.
Exactly. You can always start later, but it can't start earlier.
Exactly.
Right.
They like that high five. Come on, give it to me. It's my last meeting. We're going to have fun. I didn't think it was, but that's the whole point, so we'll explain that next. So, both the board meeting... Terry, behave yourself.
Oh, well.
Because I'll tell you how I really feel about you right now.
Doesn't matter
I'm
anymore.
sorry, I'm having too much fun. So the board meeting will be Monday, December 2nd at 7 p.m. We have a public hearing regarding parking restrictions on Lafayette Avenue. So, Chief, do you want to, who has the, you have it, Terry, the local law?
Yeah,
You just,
it's 15 minutes parking in front of 55 Lafayette Avenue, which is amending the code to provide for that.
Okay, we've done this in the shopping district, the business district a number of times, trying to make it convenient for people to come in who may only want to be in the village for a short period of time and go into a shop. So this is in line with that. If anybody has any questions or public comment, please come up to the microphone. Okay.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Motion is carried. Is there a motion to adopt local law, Virginia? Number 11.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Abato?
Yes.
Mrs. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Meehan?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Motion is carried. Okay. The second item, which some people may be here this evening, is a continuation of the public hearing, adding the new district, Transit Development District. It was postponed at the request of the applicant due to personal reasons. Josh Goldstein's wife had a child, a baby boy, so we wish them congratulations. So obviously the last week or so, he's had other things on his mind, so he asked if we could postpone it to a date in the future. And the plan was going to be, to this time tonight, to look to postpone this to the final week in November. However, for logistical reasons, some members are leaving earlier, some are leaving after for the holiday weekend. It made sense to adjourn it to December, which you all know is now going to be a new administration. So we had to just work that out with everybody because, I'm not going to be here, and we have to figure out the board. So essentially, I think what we're going to do here, what were we talking about? Mayor-elect, because it would be under you. What would you ask the board to do? It's kind of cool, right? We're doing it this way, right? This is democracy.
We could do it the following week. Does that work for everyone? I don't know. I know with the holidays coming, it's a little hard. Any date?
Don't matter to me.
Any date not good for you and Jack?
Jack, is there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You want to do it
Are the
when-
trustees elect here?
Wednesday, the 11th?
Frank
we got
is.
one.
Frank is.
Frank is. How's that with you?
Okay, Wednesday, the 11th?
Yeah.
Wednesday, the 11th, good?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Wednesday, the 11th.
Hey, Frank, get used to putting things in the calendar. That's your first. Congratulations.
Yes, December 11th.
Okay, Wednesday.
Can we do that at 7, Trish?
7's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll call for a vote, but I won't vote on it, right? I shouldn't vote on it? I can? Yeah. Oh, cool.
You can set on
Adjourning the hearing until that date.
Okay, So is there a motion to adjourn the public hearing to Wednesday, December 11th at 7 p.m.?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I vote yes, motion is carried.
7 o'clock.
Okay, I believe we have some awards, correct, Kathy? Yes. For the Halloween decorations.
Oh, good.
Okay, is everybody, it's part of this. I know you've gone back and forth. The artist, no, Mr. I'm on fire. Okay, as everybody knows, we've tried, stop, behave yourself. We do awards seasonally to recognize people who go above and beyond to make their homes beautiful, whether it be during the summer for flowers, during Christmas season or Hanukkah season for the holidays, as well as Halloween. So it is my privilege to award the 2013 Halloween Best Halloween Decorations to Donna Savino at 190 Orange Avenue. Donna, come on up, please. Three of us, thanks.
They really do.
And who's is it donated or bought or what?
Her house is Trish.
You'll leave it. What do you do?
Here, Donna, we also have for Donna a $50 gift certificate to Marcello. Thanks. There you go. No, oh, by the way, it's actually restaurant week, and it's like a 3-course lunch for $20.95. So I went, and it's delicious. You should go. Lunch for 2, exactly. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, thanks so much. Oh, that's mine. That's for later on.
Sorry. I was emotionally prepared for this. Okay, fire department, chief.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. As I walked in the building tonight, I spoke to Terry Rice, and one of our items has been stricken from the agenda this evening, and I look forward to getting that resolved at the December meeting. But other than that, I have 2 other items on the agenda this evening. The first one is for the fire department to attend the holiday parade in Wallington, New Jersey on November 30th.
So moved.
Second.
And the second is to attend the holiday parade in Orangeburg on December 14th.
So moved.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motions are carried.
Thank you.
Thanks, chief. Okay, culture and recreation, Kathy Mills, update.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Village Board. I passed some things up front. So, upcoming events for the Village of Suffern Recreation Department. We have the Recreation Advisory Board meeting, which will be November 14th, this Thursday at 7. We've got the Dare Dance with Clerk and his crew on November 15th, which is this Friday, at 7 o'clock at the Community Center. We've got the Radio City Music Hall show, the Christmas Spectacular, which we have sold out this year. That's going to be on Sunday, the 17th. November 20th, we have the Senior Holiday Luncheon at the Community Center at 12 o'clock. We have the LEAD event on November 22nd at the Community Center at 8 o'clock. We have the Hanukkah celebration, which will be on Monday, December 2nd, at the gazebo and at the Community Center. We have the holiday parade, tree lighting, and Santa greeting, which is always a huge hit for the village. That's going to be on Thursday, December 5th. We're going to again have the parade going down Main Street and ending up at the gazebo for the tree lighting, and then we'll have Santa Claus meeting all the kids inside that night. And then on December 5th, which is Sunday, December 8th, we have our annual Pearl Harbor ceremony. It will be at 2 o'clock here in the auditorium. So we invite everybody to come out for that. It's always a nice celebration.
Kathy, I just had
Yes.
a question. Someone had asked me, will you be sending out invitations for that?
We have sent out letters to all the local politicians to attend. We have sent out letters to all the veterans groups in the area to attend. So we have sent those out already. If there's anybody else that the board would like us to invite, please let us know. We'd be happy to send them out.
Okay, thank you.
And then my last item is I request the use of the Leo Leiden Building for AARP. They asked if they can start getting ready for the 2014 tax season, starting in January for training, and then the Leo Leiden Building for tax preparation.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
And that is it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Kathy. Thanks for everything. Village attorney, for the last time. No, I didn't mean like that. I meant
I mean, the reports of my demise are greatly exaggerated. I mean, for the last insane time.
exactly.
Okay, a couple of things. I had emailed the board copies of a draft local law. We have to revise our existing flood damage law to comply with the new FEMA regulations and the new small changes in the map. So rather than make individual piecemeal changes, which would be very confusing, I revised the entire chapter. It's been forwarded to DEC, which they want to approve it before we adopt it, because you have to have this in place the way they like it, otherwise the community is not eligible for flood insurance. So I'm sure there's not going to be any issues with it the way it was written, and I would suggest that if you would like to start moving it forward, that you hold a public hearing on that local law. You're going to have that special meeting on December 11th, so perhaps you can put that on first at 7 o'clock, and that should be pretty quick.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, I'm thinking in December, I'm like, already on vacation. Opposed? I vote yes, motion is carried.
All right, and then the other thing is, the village presently has a license agreement with the Lafayette Theater for the 44 parking spaces on the westerly side of the theater, and in return for maintaining the parking lots and sidewalk, the village is able to use those parking spaces. However, that agreement is cancelable by either party on 30 days' notice. There is some paving and drainage work that's required to be done on the parking lot adjoining the theater, and it's been proposed that the Department of Public Works undertake that work. The cost is approximately $10,000. In return, if it's agreeable to the board, the license agreement would be amended to provide for a 5-year term during which it's either can't be canceled, or if the theater decides to cancel it, then they have to pay the village back the amortized pro rata share of the balance of the $10,000 that the village has spent. So if you'd like to move on that, you can do so.
Just simply when it was a way that, simply put, that they depreciate our investment, so they can't walk away and say thank you for $10,000. If they want to, then they pay us back $10,000. And if they stay full 5 years, then obviously that's a sufficient investment for us to make to get use of those lots. So I think it's a very fair thing for both parties involved.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is it money? We should vote on it?
Yeah, do a roll call.
Mrs. Abato?
Yes.
Mrs. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Meehan?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Motion is carried. Thank you for working on that. I think it's a good thing, and the Ben Moshe family has really worked well with the village, and we appreciate all that they've done in keeping the Lafayette the way it should be. That's it, right, Terry?
Right. Shows good.
Okay.
Bring everybody up to date on the other items.
Police Department, Chief.
Okay, thank you, Mayor and Board. I have a few things tonight for to vote on.
Behind you, sorry. Go ahead, Chief, sorry.
What happened?
Chief, go ahead, I just need to talk to the patrol officer.
Okay. Oh, somebody's behind me. I was like, all right. Real quickly, just a few things to vote on. Number one, we've finally received the agreement from the County of Rockland. We're going to receive $53,856 from the County of Rockland to purchase a new Chevrolet Suburban police vehicle, specially equipped supervisor's vehicle. It's basically going to replace our supervisor vehicle now. We're getting it at no cost from the Rockland County Seizure Committee, which I am one of 4 members of, and all the village police departments will be getting them. Fully equipped vehicles, basically used for command incidents, to be equipped with specialty equipment. So basically all we're doing is accepting the agreement to receive $53,856 from the county.
So moved.
Second.
Take over, Joe. Say all in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Anyone talking to somebody? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I apologize.
Joe got that one for you.
Thank you, we're good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mayor and Board. We'll hopefully have the vehicle, once you get the agreement signed. It was ordered from upstate New York. All 4 villages, we ordered them together to get a better deal on them. So hopefully it'll be in within the next few months. Secondly, I received a letter from a resident on Beach Road. Spoke to the resident in regards to a parking issue. One of the issues on Beach Road, the dead end side from Forest Drive south, maybe 10 houses are affected by this. When vehicles park on both sides of the road, which they can legally do, it's very difficult to get a vehicle through, let alone an emergency vehicle. I spoke to Joe Hunt in the DPW, and I believe Joe has an issue getting a garbage truck as well down there. So the resident had a very legitimate complaint. I met with the resident, spoke to him, and I think it's fair in his assessment of the way to solve this problem would be to limit parking to one side of Beach Road to south of Forest. And I'm going to suggest that we limit the parking on the east side from Forest South. Terry, I'll write it up for you. I'm looking just for a public hearing next month on this proposal.
Okay, so what do we want to do?
Need to set a public hearing. I'll set it for 7 o'clock also on the 11th.
On the 11th, look at this. This is really getting busy on the 11th. Go Abato administration, I like this. There you go.
So that's the east side south of Forest?
Terry, to be the east side of Beach Road, correct, south of Forest Drive to the dead end, correct.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. But one more thing, I've spoken to the mayor, and I believe, I apologize with the late notice, and I know I spoke to Tom, we spoke about this at length. A few months ago, every officer in the Rockland County received ballistic helmets, which are bullet-resistant helmets, used for a critical incident in, God forbid, a school or a hospital or a big business. These helmets are bullet-resistant, and every officer in the county received one at a cost of over $200,000 to the Rockland County Seizure Committee. The seizure fund is made up of money that's seized during arrests from large-scale arrests. We decided to get every officer one, which came to $213,204. After consulting with the district attorney, Tom Zuckerby, who I'm on the committee with, Tom and I, we felt it was better to have the money go through a municipality to get paid rather than from the length of time it would have took to get through the county. So I'm asking our board, and I spoke to Tom, and Tom was good, I appreciate you speaking to the county on it. We will be reimbursed $213,204. We'll get the money from the county and then pay it to the manufacturer of the helmets. We received the helmets for free. It's not costing the village a nickel. The DA felt that was a better way, DA Zuckerby, to do that to a length of time. So I'm just asking the board to accept that proposal, and once we get the money, to get it to the manufactured helmets. The reason it came through Suffern is I'm on the seizure committee as the police chief's representative.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Mrs. Abato?
Yes.
Mrs. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Meehan?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Motion is carried.
Okay, Mayor and Board, thank you. And Mayor, I want to thank you for your support over the last several years of our department, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I'm taking you up on that lunch, Clerk. What? I don't have to pick up the bill anymore.
It's restaurant week.
Yeah,
It's
forget
restaurant
it.
week.
Tell them
Like
this
in
week, it's
Marcellus.
restaurant week.
You know, never wanted to say it, the chief was currying favor with the mayor. You can pick up this tab, though. Okay, thank you. Thanks for everything. Department of Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor and the Board. I am requesting authorization to attend a highway intersection safety course located in Mount Vernon, New York on November 19th, 2013. This course is being provided by the Federal Highway Administration at no cost to the village.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
I am requesting the mayor to appoint Mr. Aramis Morris to a laborer's position effective November 13, 2013. The rate of pay is $15.95 per hour.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Sorry, all in favor? Roll call. Right, oh, I appoint. Okay, is there a motion to confirm?
Yes. Motion to confirm.
Second, okay. Mrs. Abato?
Yes.
Mrs. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Meehan?
Yes.
And I vote yes. I just want to interrupt, because obviously we have two other positions on here, and obviously when people see their names, the situation though is, these positions, while they've been posted, we're still waiting for final approval from personnel, so we've just been advised that we should await the final approval. So it's nothing that anyone should read into that we're not moving forward on two people. Thank you.
Okay. I am requesting authorization to create an assistant automotive mechanic position for the street department. This position is being created to assist the auto mechanic 1 in miscellaneous repairs. So we're just asking to create the position and not to fill it at this time. So we just need to go through that procedure as required by the Rockland County personnel.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is this, I'm sorry, just a quick question. Is this already an established position?
No, this is what I'd like to do
It's a new
tonight.
one.
I'd like to
Okay.
establish it, yes.
Thought it was the-
Second.
Okay.
All in favor? Oh,
Well,
sorry.
on the question, is it in the plans to fill that with an existing person? Or are you going to bring someone from outside?
We would certainly look at that, yes. I think there's a good possibility of doing that.
Okay.
If you're, Jack, when we discussed earlier, we had a mechanic who resigned, and now we're moving up someone internally to that.
Yeah.
And Joe Hunt, who was was the first mechanic, is now acting in the position, and obviously we've discussed, looking to move him up into the position permanently, and we're waiting on the approval of the county, that he will obviously be spending a lot more of his time on being supervisor. So we want to get back to the two mechanics, and this will enable us to look to get, a second person, I guess at a time, and a candidate that Charles deems appropriate. I mean, I guess that's the best way.
Yeah, it's at a lower level than you have the auto mechanic 2, you have an auto mechanic 1, and then this is the level just below that.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, all in favor? I think we have-
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
I am requesting payment authorization for application of payment number 1 for the Hose Company Firehouse Roof Project to Hayden Building Maintenance Corp. in the amount of $61,228.80.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Abato?
Yes.
Mrs. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Meehan?
Yes.
And I vote yes, motion is carried.
I am requesting payment authorization for the application of payment number 1 for the wastewater treatment plant dewatering system upgrade project to Northeast Remsco Construction in the amount of $222,952.50.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Abato?
Yes.
Mrs. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Meehan?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
That's
Motion
it.
is carried.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charles.
And again, I'd like to echo on what the chief said. I really enjoyed working with you for the last 5 years, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you, Charles. Same here. Okay, audience participation, come on up if you have any comments. It's your last chance ever, on me.
There's a lot of papers there.
My mother-in-law, my mother, my brother, my third grade teacher, they're all lining up outside.
Good evening, Roy Chudy, 16 Lonigan Drive. Before I begin, I'd like to congratulate Ms. Abato on her victory, and also Mr. Byrne and Mr. Hagan also. And hopefully that now that the election is over, let's all get together, let's all be supportive, and hopefully we can all move forward in a positive. I also want to wish Dagan luck too in the future. Even though you and I have agreed on some things and disagreed on others, I still wish you and your family the best of luck.
Thank you.
I also would like to thank Mr. Hunt and Mr. Sawicki for for getting the basketball courts in at Donna Hallett Park. I trust in the spring when the weather is good, they can finish the job and paint the foul lines and put the key in there. Although I'm very happy the skating rink in the park was established the other week, I'm still hopeful that the toddler park down on Temple Lane will be addressed before any time soon. It's long overdue over there. Specifically to Chief Osborne, I would like to ask if it's possible if any more patrols could be put over by the South Street exit leading onto the Turnpike, because it is a constantly on a daily basis, people disobey a legally posted sign and backfill that area in, preventing people from coming out from South Street onto Franklin Turnpike. And I know personally it has almost led to a, I don't want to say fisticuffs, that's settled, but it's led to some arguments, and it's going to continue to be that way unless summonses are issued there. And I know the village could end up making quite a few dollars on summonses issued there. So I'd appreciate that. Lastly, we had spoken and addressed the situation on the street in the back of the Lonigan Drive, where the debris is all thrown from the back houses onto the landscape. We had addressed that in the spring, and I was under the impression that notices were to be given to those homeowners who toss their debris over, whether it's wood or whatever. That's going to end up sliding down into the water and damming it up. So we were hoping that would be addressed, and I don't know if it has been. It hasn't been cleaned. It's still there, and it's going to end up in the water again. So,
Chief, can you speak as respect to the building department, what's going on? Do you mind, Roy? Because I understood also that there was going to be action taken, so I don't, if you're saying there's not, I know we have Mike Stark from the building department.
I certainly don't look for anybody to receive a fine. If they could get a warning first with so much time to clean it up. I mean, I'm not looking for anybody to take anybody's money on that, but if they don't clean it up with a certain amount of time, well, then, you know, it should be adjudicated that way.
Chief, yeah.
This is the first time we're hearing about this. I'm not sure if anybody else upstairs was advised of it, but we could sure look into it.
Okay, well, I thank you, but again, that was addressed in the spring.
That's the backside of Interstate Street, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that, I thank you, and again, Dagan, I wish you good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, anybody else?
No, yeah, that's
She did?
Michael Curley. I just want to wish Dagan, good luck. I think you cared about the village. You were a hardworking mayor. You put your whole heart into it. I think you sacrificed. I think your family sacrificed because of the time you put in. And I don't think by far you're gone from politics or any kind of thing in Rockland. I think you're here to stay, all right? And I think the county knows you're here to stay, and I wish you good luck in that, all right? I want to congratulate all the candidates that run. I think by everybody running, it made it a very interesting and better for the village. It showed that the democratic process works, and I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy that we all got to hear different views and different people talking, all right? But I'd also, through the last few years, especially your administration, we used to watch, Jack Rosenberg sitting here, okay? And me and him are on the same end of politics, and I used to watch him write these letters to the Journal News, and, and I didn't see it the same way as him, but I thank him for doing that, and I thank him for caring, all right? And unfortunately, we don't see a guy like Jack Rosenberg as much as we should, and I used to hear people say, oh, sit down, whisper under their breath, or you're here too long. But I think if he's always wanted a park bench somewhere in this village, all right? And I think if this board or next board could consider doing a park bench for a guy like Jack Rosenberg, all right? Whether it's in the Great Squires Gate where Mr. Shooty and them live or downtown, but I really feel that man deserves it. And if something we should consider, whether we even do a private fundraiser for him, but he deserves it. And he made your administration great, Dagan. He helped you as much as he could. So, just a joke, all right? But thank you very much, guys, all right?
Michael, thank you for your comments, your involvement in the village through the years in the community, and also for your personal friendship.
What's that old showbiz adage, Michael? Never follow children or animals? I'm not sure which one you're replying to today. I'm not going to echo anybody. I've had enough of you, Dagan. Please get out. I can't wait for this meeting to be over. No, that's not true. I did want to take a minute. We awarded Mrs. Savino the best Halloween decorations before. I did want to also say the recycling committee had not just Battery Saturday recently, and we collected an unbelievable amount of batteries, TVs, computers, you name it. People brought it. Light bulbs, paper shredding. That went really well. And I did want to thank a couple of people. Starting with the CSEA, Scott Brown is here. The CSEA members donated their time. This didn't cost the village anything. Several of the guys came out and helped, and I want to name them specifically. Patrick Crotty, who you all know as Topper. Mr. Eddie Uvega. Larry Vogel. Larry is here. I think we all should give Larry a round of applause for donating his time. Joe Hunt, of course, who helped facilitate this and who stopped by. Mr. Charles Sawicki, head of the DPW, thank you for all of your help. And the village board for allowing us to do this and continue this and keep going this way. It really is important, and we appreciate it. And now, away from recycling, I did want to say one other thing. I wanted to personally thank you, Chief Osborne, and the members of your department for last week. The children were well taken care of, both as a police officer and as a school board member. We know that we can always count on you and everything you stand for. So I want to give this man a round of applause right now. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much. And I do mean that sincerely. I only wish you the best.
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks for all you do, and great job with More Than Battery Saturday. It was a huge success. There's no better way to get yourself in trouble than to talk off the cuff.
My name is Isabel Haggerty, and I live at 4 Parkside Drive in Suffern. And Mayor LaCorte, I'm just here tonight to thank you for your 8 years of total dedication and service to the village of Suffern. I think you have done a wonderful job as our mayor, and I wish you and your lovely family only the very best. Good luck in your future endeavors. And I also want to wish our newly elected mayor, Trish Abato, and our new trustees, Matt Byrne and Frank Hagan, all the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isabel, for your kind words, and I'll always have the picture I have with Andy in my office, wherever I go. Thank you. Anybody else? See, this is when I would want somebody else, because after Isabel, I'm a little emotional. I could use another minute or two. No, I'll resist the urge to comment. Okay, moving right along. Village Clerk.
Okay, we have the usual request from Good Samaritan Hospital for the walk-on, and this is for October the 5th, 2014.
Okay.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I vote yes. Motion is carried.
Thank you. And also, it's that time of the year when we have to send our taxes to, unpaid taxes to the county, and I need the mayor and the trustees to sign it. And the amount of taxes that were unpaid were $306.73.
So moved.
So that comes out to like 2%, right?
Right.
Interesting. Just so I didn't want to interrupt, just so everybody knows, what happens is when taxes go unpaid, if we levy and for whatever reason people don't pay, the county reimburses us. So we always get the money we bill out, which is an important thing. And, you know, if you're all concerned about county government, it's not something, right, Tom? They don't have to do that as a matter of right? If they,
One of the few counties that doesn't.
This is one of the few counties that does it, so let's hope, you know, when we talk about elections, that Mr. Day can lead this county on a better financial course, because just that alone definitely helps, you know, the cash flow of the village. And also when people don't pay their water or don't pay their sewer, that also goes onto their tax bill. And then if they don't pay their tax bill, again, that gets paid for by the county. So an amazing thing is that between water, sewer, and taxes, everything we bill gets paid. So let's hope they keep that for the, you know, the cash flow of this village. So, and they can make a loss, right? If they end up auctioning a property and, yeah, so they could actually lose money on the deal. They can also make money, right? Okay. So sorry, we have a motion and a second.
Yes.
Do we have to just do? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I vote yes. Motion is carried. You're done?
Just so I get the mayor on time, please sign.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, before you,
Where?
Right here.
Oh, Mayor. That's me.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Now you go ahead.
Okay. Finance Department, Tom?
Good evening, Mayor and Board. Well, I can't believe it's been 8 years of working with Dagan and LaCorte. Some days was good, some days weren't too good, but the truth, unbeknownst to most people, is that you worked for what you think is the best interest of the village, and that's all you can do. And I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see, what do we got on the thing here? Okay. Number one, man, getting older. We paid down $195,000 bond debt in October. We have $6,210,000 in bonds, long-term bonds outstanding as of October 31st, and $2,041,568 in bands. Total outstanding debt is $8,251,568 as of October 31st. The auditors have started their field work. You know, usually we have the meeting the first day, so it's a little late, but they started their field work November 4th, and we're hoping to get this done by the end of the month. The water and sewer billings are complete. Bills were mailed out October 31st. We billed out approximately $963,000 for water and $720,000 in sewer fees. And collections have been pretty good so far. Okay. I'm asking for the approval to move to $24,000 from the police salary budget line to the police overtime budget line. Originally, when we had the budget, we were projecting hiring someone for the police department around June or February, so we had $24,000 in the budget for that. Now we've moved that hiring date back to the next budget, which starts on June 1st, so we should have this extra funds, and I'd like to move it over to the overtime budget.
So moved. Second.
We should have a roll call, right? Mrs. Abato?
Yes.
Mrs. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Meehan?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Motion is carried.
Thank you. Okay, and lastly, asking for approval of the resolution to make budget transfers. You were giving the copy of the resolution. I don't know if you want me to read it, or you guys want to read it, or no one needs to read it, because we've done it. This will be the 8th time I asked for it, so I should know by
Read
now.
it. We can.
You have it?
I mean, do we have to read it? If not...
No, if you,
Oh,
the board...
Yeah, we have it here. We have the resolution.
okay.
Yeah, read it.
Okay. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Is there a roll call?
Yeah.
Okay. Mrs. Abato?
Yes.
Mrs. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Meehan?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Okay, and as the last employee, I'd just like to wish you good luck, Dagan. Take
Thank
care.
you so much, Tom. Thank you. Okay. Trustees.
That would be me. Going to give an update on some of the FEMA stuff that we've been working on regarding the 4 homes. We have gotten approval from Albany that we can do things a little bit different and start taking down the even numbers, which is if you're going towards the cul-de-sac, they're on the left-hand side. We're starting the abatement on that on Monday, and then by December 2nd, we will be hopefully ready to do demolition. And at that point in time, we're hoping that the right side, the odd numbers, will be ready to close, and we'll have purchase of those homes and clear title, and then they can jump over and do the other side of the street. So that's great news. We're going to start taking down 2, and we'll just have the other 2 that we'll work on as soon as we can. Everything is being done by the Code of New York State, all the abatement, all the construction. There'll be a third-party company there to make sure that they're monitoring everything that happens on the properties. The other thing is, I was going to talk about the facade program quickly. Priya, we put them out to bid. We did not get any bids back. So now what we're going to do is we got the approval today for royalties, and we're going to hopefully, if we put royalties and Priya together, it'll be an enticing package, and we'll get some contractors that want to take on these jobs. We thought the projects that we did on the first string were too big, and then we went smaller, and I guess we went too small. So now we're going to try and do 2 at once instead of 4 or 1. That's all I have.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anybody, anything else? Okay.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I want to thank you for the last 4 years that I've been on the board with you. It has been a very large learning experience, and you have absolutely let me run with the projects that I've enjoyed tremendously and that I can excel at, and I really appreciate your leadership, and I truly believe that you did the best for the village. And although I'm very happy for Trish and Frank and Matt, I will actually miss you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mayor?
Yes.
I'd like to say that over the years, we've had problems with our sewer plant, and mayor after mayor after mayor after mayor said, I don't want to deal with that. And you said, okay, I'll deal with it, and you have, and I think that's something that I've supported you and the rest of the board members have, but it's not anything that's going to get you a lot of votes. And it reminds me when I was responsible as a county legislator before we had a county executive building the $20 million county jail. people don't like jails either, and jails and sewer plants aren't too sexy, but they take leadership and they take a determination. I congratulate you on that, and I wish you well in the future.
Thank you, Jim.
I'd also like to say a little bit about my next-door neighbor and friend of several years, Charles Falciglia. I think we all respected the work that he did during the 2 years that he served with us. I'm finished.
Thank you.
Mayor? We weren't getting away that easy. I have been serving with you for the past 8 years, in addition to campaigning for 5 elections. My respect for you has grown since the day that you came through. Yeah, 10. Yeah, 5 elections. Since you came through the doors of my office and said, hey, you want to run for office? It has been an emotional roller coaster ever since. I believe that it's a little emotional for me too. I believe underneath every title, mayor, trustee, is a human being, and I do believe that you brought the human being to this table every time that you came here, and you showed us the love that you have for Suffern, and I wish that I had a penny for every time that you said how much you love this village, because I would be a millionaire. So I thank you for bringing this village forward. I have very big shoes to fill. I hope that you will stand by and stick by us and still be as involved as you always have been. I'm sure we're going to see you at the microphone. I cannot wait. And I know you've always done this village proud, and thank you for all of that.
Thank you. Thank you. Unlike Mrs. Haggerty, well, the reason we started late, I didn't expect this to be the last meeting because, we had this public hearing on Orange Avenue that we were planning on discussing, and we were going to look to adjourn it, to another time, a week or two from now. But with the holidays and the fact that we're getting very close to the end, it just made sense to wait until after the new board came in. So, I really didn't know up until this meeting started that this was last, so I wasn't prepared for it. I would have had a good cry earlier in the day. But it has been, I'm good. It's been an honor. It's been a challenge. I'm happy to be going out, that we've kept the village in good shape. Two budgets under the tax cap, new roads. We have a new store coming in, this anchor store that's opening up within a couple of weeks. I'm as anxious as anybody is going to blow people away. You don't even know what's coming. It's going to be amazing. The facade improvement program, as Joe mentioned, moving forward. The sewer, as Jack talked about, that we really made a big difference there. And deficit reduction and elimination in both the sewer plant and the water plant. And while, I'm not going to get it, over the finish line to at least get it. I do believe we're on the verge of really changing the downtown with development along Orange Avenue. And the reason why we're waiting, to get it done in the right time is because, the developer, Josh and his family being from Suffern realize how important this is to the village. Obviously, it needs to work for them, but they know that more than that, it really needs to work for the village. And so we're really trying to work through something that will be only a complete positive to us. So it will continue under, the board up here with me, Mr. Hagan in the audience here, and Judge Byrne, and so they'll get the opportunity. I can tell you, while Trish said, I do not plan on being at the microphone often, only if things, you really mess up.
We have that on record? Can we have that on record?
Sam, it's not happening, buddy. I don't know. I have to be here. It ain't that exciting to me. But on that meeting, I obviously will be here because I think it is a transformational thing for the village. Although, this is the last village board meeting, I will be here in Village Hall for the next, 3 weeks. For those of you who haven't the chance tonight to take a shot at me and, would prefer to send me off in another way, you know how to find me. But I will obviously take the opportunity to talk to everybody individually and thank them for all they've done. But it really, we have an amazing group of people here in this village, all the department heads who spoke here tonight. You all work hard for the village. I also have to thank, who's here, Scott Brown, who is the head of the union and also a longtime employee. I think in today's day and age, and based on, how some people get paid and, things that you hear in the story about, people in positions making, ridiculous amounts of money, that we end up painting all union members with the same brush. And I can tell you right now that you don't have a harder working bunch of men and women than you do here in Village Hall on the DPW. And, I'm happy that we've worked together to try to make sure that we have good people here, and that if people, aren't doing the right thing, that they have rights, but that realistically, we need to have people who think about the village first. And if they think about the village first, then we're going to make sure that we take care of them and their families. And it's been great to work with you in that regard, and I thank you for all you do. Obviously, as I said, all the department heads here will be working together because it will be a mad dash to the finish. Don't worry, Kathy, we're not going to put in another playground before I go. So, and then lastly, of course, to the members of the board up here, and Virginia and Terry, again, we'll talk and thank you for everything you do. But it is very hard being in elective office. And again, I'm not here to say I have all the answers, but things that that I have learned is it's tough because people are always a mixed bag, and you want to believe that the people who are in office are doing the right thing, and I believe for the most part they are. Sometimes our egos all get in the way of necessarily doing what's right, but you don't go through what you go through in elective office unless you're trying to do the right thing, and people want to serve. That being said, people have a right to be cynical about government that they've had, but I also issue a challenge to people who are here and may or may not have spoken tonight, that you also have to, if you want good government, you also have to start treating the people in government with respect. Because, I've met some people who wouldn't know good government if it hit them in the head. And, you can't go in and just be a critic. I always envied Roger Ebert because it's a great job critiquing what other people do. It's hard to go out and actually do something. And so while we should all remain involved in our community because Suffern is a great place to live and make it stronger, we also have to do our part, and we also have to understand that if we don't take the time to learn the facts, then you don't have the right to go out and distort the facts, because you haven't put in the work. So I just challenge everybody up here beside me and down there to really, if you really care about this village, then get it right. This isn't a show. It isn't about ego. It isn't about getting up there and trying to make other people's lives difficult if they beat you in election. It's got to be about what's right for Suffern. And if everybody believes that, then you can disagree, because at least you're disagreeing on what's right. And that's what I've learned. Leadership isn't about being right. It's about doing what's right. So, that's it. Thank you. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right.